Hey guys, Jeff here. Just wanted to give you a little look into the Trippowin Olina. I promised that I would take these apart, so I just started digging into them. And yes, that's my bird. That's why I don't record during the day. Alright, so firstly, these are the tops, resin tops, so it looks like they just put some clear acrylic resin on the top of the IM. This is the design that you see. It's about a 1/16 of an inch, about probably less than a millimeter, like 0.8 of a millimeter. So this is the, oh come on, stupid thing. So this is the faceplate. And let me grab the other one. Where'd it go? There it is. So I had to kind of drill into it a little bit. That's why it's looking like it does. But there's the faceplate, and there's a little piece of glass that goes over it. So I'll give a little peek inside real quick. You can just barely see the driver in there. I don't know if I can turn on flashlight. Let me see. Nah, it looks like I can't. Well, anyway, you guys will eventually see it, but there's the driver. So these are the middle backs. You can see I kind of scored it up a little bit. It's just, I was feeling lazy. I don't want to open these up carefully. I can seal them up anyway, and they'll look good as new when they're done. They'll basically look just like that. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into these. And now, you know what? Actually, give me 1 second. I'm just going to pause the video. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to grab a different tool. So I just drilled a little hole in the metal faceplate there. Ooh, that's on there good. Oh man, these are on there much better than the Melee. Wow. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Alright, you guys ready to see inside? Here we go. Look at that. Let me get some of this resin off real quick. Alright. Oh, there she is. Look at that. Now the front is silver. The back is black. So this is apparently the Tanschim oxygen driver. And the build actually looks really good. They did a good job. They ran the wire up around and just kind of curled it in the corner there. Man, that actually looks really good. So, kind of scuffed them up a little bit there on the top, but that's alright. I'll sand it. I can't fix the electroplating, but I can at least put the back on and all that. So this is that little metal piece, and what it does is it has a little crimp in it, and it holds the 2-pin connector. So you can see the 2-pin connector has nothing to hold it in place. That's what the lid does. So they use a little bit of like a rubber epoxy, and they kind of just push it in, and then there's a groove. There's a groove right there. And that groove fits right here. So and then there's a little bit more of it that they use to kind of seal it up. So yeah, that's why that had a little bit of trouble coming off. All right, let's do one more. One more. This is the left ear. Come on. See, I got another hole. Come on. Focus. Turd. Oh yeah, that one came off way easier. Alright. There you go. Supposedly the Gym oxygen driver. So next I will, I'm not going to do it on camera because it's really difficult, time consuming, but I will get this epoxy out of here and I will liberate the drivers. Now, so I have already opened up a pair of Melee. These two shells are literally identical inside. There is no difference as far as the top cavity here where the driver is. So like all these little feet that metal plate rests on, those are all the same. That's the same. This section's the same. The connector's the same. The little cut down there is the same. The only difference I'm not aware of, but I'm almost positive is the case, is the depth of the driver. I think that the driver might be deeper. 'Cause if you look, you can see the bottom half of the driver is different. So this area right here is wider. And typically when they do that, when they widen this edge here, it's because they need to drop the driver down a little bit lower. So like again, if you compare it to the, if you compare it to the Melee, you can see the difference. Like that, see? So you can see it's more flat. And this is more curved. There's more of a curvature here. So the driver sits up a little bit higher. And it's more rounded over here too. So the driver probably sits like right on that line right there. So yeah. Pretty neat. And then the nozzle is different, of course. So different nozzle. The shape is different. Bore is about the same size. Other than that, it appears that yeah, pretty much the vents in the same side. You can see too from this edge here on the Melee, there's a little bit more meat along this edge here, where the Olena kind of trims some of the fat. Let's see if I can demonstrate it. So you can see this bottom edge right here. So you see this one's more rounded. In the Olena, the nozzle's like right toward the edge there. And it's at a different angle. That's one thing I noticed is the Melee, the nozzle fires. Come on. Come on. The nozzle fires straight forward. Where on the Olena, the nozzle fires at like a 25-degree angle. Nah, probably not that much. I don't know, 15-degree angle. Down, like downwards. See the difference? This one's straighter, and this one is angled further down. Cool beans. So yeah, guys, just wanted to show you at least the back of the drivers for now. I will get to prying these out, and I'm not going to take apart the drivers. I want to try to keep them intact. If I happen to damage one, I will take them apart, because I have some other ones laying around here. So for example, I just got these yesterday. Supposedly these are what's in the variations, and then I'll just show you guys. I got so many drivers. I got some Knowles, some more Knowles, some more Knowles. There we go. Alright, let's take a peek inside. So I got some DLC drivers. So these are supposedly DLC, even though they look like graphene. They look like graphene, but they say they're DLC. So I got some of those I want to try out. I got some, what is this? The organic material. It's like fiber. Biofilm driver. These are actually really good. Then I got some more. These are out of the, these are from the Main Grid T. So this is the Main Grid T driver. This is also the same driver that's in the MoFastest Trio, except it's got a different filter on the back, and there's no tuning filter on the front. These I made custom, so I put different filter on the back and tuning filter on the front. And then, sorry, I just figured I'd show you guys. My buddy Antonio sent me these. These are CNT. They look okay. They look a little on the cheap side. One of these caps popped off, and I got to see the actual driver. Yeah, it looks alright. And then, oh, I can't. Hold on. I'm gonna pause the video real quick. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had a little cap on this driver that I had to remove because I wanted to show you guys what the driver looked like. These are really cool. This is supposedly a combination of beryllium coating and liquid crystal polymer. I haven't heard them yet. They graph really good, and they have extremely strong magnets in them. They have N52 magnets. So these things are little beasts. They're not cheap, but yeah, they look pretty cool. And then I'll just show you guys these real quick. So these are the drivers that are in my OnePlus 3. This is the 8mm titanium. They don't actually look this way when I buy them. There's a little sleeve that I have to take off, and then I insert them in these. But yeah, that's the driver for the OnePlus 3. This is my super cheap milky white LCP driver. These are like $3 a pair. So started playing around with these. They're like TWS style, so they're flat. And is there anything else I got? I got a couple, come on, Sony MH755, I believe, drivers. And then I have a couple more cheap, these are like $4 cheap biofiber drivers. Similar material to what's inside these. So you can kind of see. That's similar. So yeah, guys, just wanted to show you that real quick. Just wanted to compare. These look like pretty high quality drivers just from the look of it. The black PCB, the epoxy, the yellow epoxy glue that they have on there, looks like pretty high quality stuff. And then I know you guys can't really see it, but you can usually see how high quality a driver is by the quality of the stamp, and then like the electroplating that they use. So you can see there's just various indicators of what driver is what. So you see, like, you got the two dots there. try to point it out to you guys. So this is usually how you tell drivers apart, because there are no markings on a driver. So you have the amount of holes around the edge, you have the hole spacing, the center hole spacing, like how big it is. You have whether or not it's domed, whether or not it's a single dome, the PCB on the back, how many connections there are, what kind of epoxy's on there, if they used a marker on the dot, like these two little beads here. Also then you have different shapes of drivers. So this is only a single, what do you call it? So this is only a single cavity dynamic driver, but there are some that are dual cavity. I don't really have any to show you. Oh, and then I got these. These are from the Trippowin Olina. Yeah, they're alright. They're kind of cheap, but I wanted to try them in an IEM, so I put a little cap on the front there and put a little tuning filter. They graph pretty good, so we'll see how they work out if I decide to put them in a set of IEMs. I haven't decided whether or not I want to use them or not, but yeah, so you have a few different styles, a few different magnet arrangements, and that's basically how you tell drivers apart. You just kind of have to look at them and spot out all the differences. So like the type of dampener that's being used, the epoxy, how far it runs, you know, how many solder terminals are on the PCB, the color of the PCB, if it's like a solid piece of metal with a cap pushed in the front, or if it's pushed on the outside. Yeah, anyway. Alright guys. Sorry, I'm just starting to rant a little bit. But yeah, that's it. I just thought I'd show you guys a few drivers. Oh, you know what? Here, I'll show you one more real quick. So, I also like taking apart drivers from time to time. And I wish I had that other LCP beryllium driver, because I actually damaged one of those. So I had one sitting somewhere, just the membrane itself. But yeah, so this is what's inside these essentially, and what is inside the main grid T driver. And no, I don't think the main grid T driver's from Germany. I think that's a crock of shit. It might be true, but I don't believe it, because I've seen Chinese drivers that look identical. And like I said, it's also in the Mofess's trio. But yeah, this is what the driver looks like. This is the biofiber type. And it's just like a normal miniature speaker. It has a little surround ring inside. Just a solid dome. The whole thing's a dome. And yeah, that's it. So, alright guys, thanks for checking this video out. Have a good one. See ya.